Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling. I really appreciate you guys making a little time to watch the video, and just want you to know I say that every day, but I definitely never take that for granted, so thank you very much. Guys, today we are going to address, I did that video yesterday on braided fluorocarbon, and it got a lot of different opinions. You know, a lot of people, disagree with me, a lot of people agree with me. But one of the things that some of the people that do not like straight fluorocarbon always brought up was the fact that you get line twist. So in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some tips how to eliminate line twist on a spinning reel, so you can't use that as an excuse to just use straight fluorocarbon line, because you're going to get more bites if you use straight fluorocarbon line. So we'll get into that here. Now real quick guys, one of the things I'll let you guys know is, like, I'm getting ready to start up my tournament season again. I got my first tournament in about 2 weeks, so gonna try to start doing a little bit of stuff out on the water, some videos, and get out of the tackle room here. So we've had some suggestions that I get out on the water more, so we're going to be getting into tournament season, so I'll probably be doing more stuff like that. And real quick, just one daily reminder, guys, just want to please invite everybody to check out our View Product Shopping tab. When you click on the video, or when the video shows up at the bottom of the screen, the little thing shows up, says View Products. That's 30 products every day I put in there I think you guys might be interested in. It's the best way to help the channel out. If you want to help the channel out, all you have to do is just click on the product one time, and then you have to go to the site, click on it a second time, and go to the site it's on, and then the channel gets credit for that. Much appreciated. Okay guys, how to avoid line twist on a spinning outfit. This is really one of the things about this is, like, this is really sort of an over-exaggerated problem, because in the overall big picture of it, yeah, you're going to have to deal with that to some extent. It's sort of like dealing with getting a backlash in a bait casting reel. It's going to happen occasionally as far as getting that line fluff and everything, but there's a lot of different stuff that you can do to help that out. The first thing you can do, I'll start out with, is I recommend putting your spool of line in a tub of water. So just get a bowl, put your line in there, and when you're spooling your line on your reel, the water coming off of that will allow that line to seat better on there, and right off the bat, that goes a long way into eliminating any type of fluffs or bird's nests with the spinning reel. Most people don't do that. That's a good way to do it if you don't want to go through the other steps I'm talking about. The next thing that you have to make sure of is when you lay your spool of line down, make sure that the line is coming off the spool of the line the same way it's going on your reel. So in other words, if your line is going on clockwise, or excuse me, if the line is going off the spool of line clockwise, make sure when you look down that the line is going the same way on your reel, because what happens is it'll do the opposite depending upon how you have it flipped. If you don't have your spool flipped right, it'll actually put your line on in reverse, and that's a big factor. A lot of people just don't have their spool laid out correctly to spool it up. The next thing you need to do is make sure that you have a tremendous amount of tension. So one of the things I like to do is, when you're spooling it on, put the line between your fingers and your hand, and when you're reeling it on the spinning reel, make sure you're putting it on with a lot of tension. That tension is super critical, again, to seat the line on the reel seat. So that's another factor. And then finally, make sure that you don't fill your spool up too full. I like to leave maybe, say, a 1/16 of an inch gap. Don't fill your line all the way flush with the spool of your spinning reel. Give yourself like a 1/16 of an inch, and that's going to definitely help you. But if you use those 4 tips, guys, it'll go a long way into eliminating the fluffs and the bird's nest. Another thing with that is make sure just occasionally check down and you don't have a loop in your line, because the thing that causes line fluff in a spinning reel is you make your cast and you've got a loop in your spool that you're not even aware of, because most people don't sit down and look at that. So make sure that you don't have a loop in your line before you cast. You don't have to do that every time, but just occasionally. But anyway, guys, if you try those steps, it'll go a long way into eliminating that line fluff. And then you can't use line fluff as an excuse to using straight fluorocarbon, which will get you more bites. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. We'll talk later. See you.